I've seen that you all enjoyed the previous video on my summer car, so I'm gonna keep this series going. Anyway, let us continue. Nice the audio! Alright, we're back in my summer car, and it is currently the middle of the night because I saved when it was really late and I can't see anything. So, what we do in the situation where we don't have enough fatigue to go to bed, but it is the middle of the night, we turn on the TV, press F on the TV remote, and stare at this for a while. I'll cut all this out until it's ready. Alright, I think that's enough fatigue to do the thing. Let's go in here, turn on the light, turn off this, go to bed. Alright, so it's the next day. What we want to do now is, well, first of all, we'll check if we have the van. If we have the van, the blue van will simply just be around there, and we can go over and pick it up. Next, what we want to do is just have something to eat and drink. And now, what we do is we take our case of beer, we load into the tractor, and we also have to take a few other things. The parts catalog will have this guy and the ratchet set, which we will buy. We now have an envelope. And actually, for what I want to do with this trip, simply the tractor will not be enough, space-wise. So we need to bring it over to trailer, which we will do now. And remember the parking brake. That bump always annoys me. And you have to be very careful when going with the Satsuma over it. Actually, overall, you just shouldn't go over those type of ditches with the Satsuma. Now we back it up. And trailer is attached. So now we can bring it back to our house, where we will load up all our supplies for the journey. And actually, while we're here, I might as well check if we got any mail. It's not uncommon to get mail in this game, but right now we don't have any. Right, braking brake off. Put it into gear and off we go. The tractor, it's because we have the hand throttle that we have to maintain to idle it. We can really be, like, we don't have to really worry about stalling, but it is definitely a possibility in some cases. The Satsuma and van are, and especially the motorbike, are much more strict with when it's gonna stall and how. So now we'll just turn on the parking brake and get the hand throttle, and we'll load up on our supplies. So first thing that we need is the sledgehammer. I'll explain why in just a second. Make sure that's in there. Next thing that we will need is gasoline. And what else would we need? We might bring the spanner set just in case. But that will go in here with us. So that and that. We have our letter and our beer. We are ready to go off on our grand voyage. We'll turn on the light there. And I'll see if I can get the radio tuned. Now, I am actually quite scared doing that because I don't know if any of the music in this game is copyrighted. Alright, so yet again, I'll cut out most of the driving unless I'm saying something either important or funny. So, the reason why we have to bring a sledgehammer is because to get the tires, like I mentioned in the last episode, well, I had to edit it in, but in the last episode I mentioned that the tires are in an abandoned mansion, and actually I'll turn that down a little. So the tires are in an abandoned mansion, and we need to break down the door to get into it, so that's why we have the sledgehammer. And the fuel tank in the game doesn't really come with any fuel, so we'll have to put in our own there. Which is why I have the gasoline. Even though I have a good few hours on this game, I'm still getting surprised by music it's throwing at me. I've never heard this before. Oh, and yes, if a song has lyrics, most of it will be in Finnish. I know there's maybe 3 songs that are in English. If the music in this game is copyrighted, I'll probably put in my own from the YouTube music library. Also, yes, there is a train that can kill you there. Oh, we're rolling back here. So, hold on, I'll turn off the lights for this. If there's any new players trying to learn the game, the fastest way in the beginning to town is through the long worded way. I can't pronounce that. And the way to the highway is through Lappi and then right in the first intersection. Just for anyone wondering. Because no, there isn't a minimap, at least not with mods. I have an extremely strong premonition that we are about to get run over by our cousin in the green car. Thankfully in this game, as if you have the volume high enough on. If you have the volume high enough, then you'll be able to hear a car coming miles before. Oh, look, there's a train. I haven't gotten the run ended by it yet, but I've seen people get run over by it. If grandmother calls and asks you to get something, there's her house. Be very careful going through here. I've had many runs ended by it. Also, in no way this is a tutorial or anything, a guide on how to play the game. This is just how I play it. And if you want an actual guide, just look up on YouTube, like My Summer Car Beginner's Guide. There are many great YouTubers that know the ins and outs of this game very well. That's how I learned, at least. Oh, and I couldn't really find much information on YouTube specifically on how to get the van. So, by the wiki, it says to get the van, first you have to either install a wishbone, the driver's seat, or I think fuel tank. Don't quote me on that. And wait a few days, and then the van should be there. I don't know why, it feels like I've gone many weeks without getting the van after like just completing the car entirely, so I don't know. I have a windshield in front of me, how did that beer bottle go through it? Now, don't do this if you're playing on permadeath like me, but well, you can't really see, but I tried to check if my sledgehammer and gas tank was still there. You can't really see them, but I think they're just like close to the tractor in general. Now this might look like an endless road, especially if you're doing it on the tractor, but no, I recognize most of this road as the way to, like the fastest way to the town. But keep in mind, this is only the fastest way on the tractor, not in the van or Satsuma or moped. The fastest way on the van, Satsuma or moped would be, like I said, going to Loppy and then turning right to go onto the highway. But be very careful because there's a police checkpoint there, and usually the speed limit is 45 when you're going past that. It's past the bridge. Wait, this is the turnoff to the highway. We're on a normal road now, and just down here will be the highway. Be very careful when turning down there because you can accumulate a lot of speed on the slope, and I have rolled the van or the Satsuma many times going down it. And also be very careful for cars coming either way. So let's just check there. And this is Finland, so the correct side of the road is the right, not the left. Now this might not look like a highway, but to rural Finland it is. And there's a truck coming behind us. Spooky. He might need to overtake us, I don't know. Oh, there he is. He's overtaken us. That actually scared me because I saw him in my mirror first. Also for dialogue, most of the dialogue in this game has English subtitles. Or, I think, any language that you set it to. And also, there's a small chance that in these little buildings here, one of the best ways to earn money is to smash down the doors and take any like junk that would be inside and then haul them over with the tractor to Fleetari's, which is the repair shop. I don't like that car. It scares me because of its tractor, trailer, thing, caravan. This is the turn off to the town now. So this marks about the halfway point of our journey. Is that a person? It is. To be honest, that's pretty normal for my summer car. Alright. We made it. We made it to the thing. Timo's. I don't know. Post. Low. Still has a bit of time till he closes, so we need an alternator belt, 3 things of brake and clutch fluid, thing of motor oil, 2-stroke fuel, 2 car light bulbs, a pack of spark plugs, an oil filter, a car battery. Okay. A thing of coolant. Now we gotta be careful with our spendings, we don't really have too much. Because sausages are the most affordable form of food, you can just buy all of them. Okay. And I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. We won't be buying the things for Giliu just yet, which is a way of making money. I'll explain when we do that. Take our 2-stroke oil fuel thing. And finally, with our last remaining fuel, we will actually, or last remaining money, sorry, we'll fuel up the tractor. The tractor takes diesel or fuel oil, although fuel oil is illegal, and you can't use it while on the highway. You can only use it on the back roads if you don't want to be pulled over. Won't get too much. 60 marks. We might be able to actually fill it up to full. Actually, we don't have too much time because we need to also fill up this guy. See, it's kinda filled up, but not really. And we just need to fill this up to full because a full, like, jerry can or gasoline can will get our Satsuma to halfway. Alright. Now we can just do that. Close our tractors thing. and hope that Timo hasn't closed already. This is my biggest fear, that Timo will close before I can pay for my fuel. Alright, bye Timos. Now I just take our shopping bag, throw it in. So let's just check that everything is in there. Shopping, coolant, oil, battery, sledgehammer, fuel, two-stroke fuel, and fuel. Okay. I think that's everything that we need. Our trailer is shaking uncontrollably. I think we'll have to do the way back next episode because, wow, it is 28 minutes already. I forgot how like slowly this game moves along. Well, I hope you enjoyed so far. See you later.